Guys, welcome to Code Decode. Today we are going to cover one of the most asked scenario-based real-time interview question, that is design a parking lot for us. So this is nothing but an object-oriented system design interview question which we are going to cover today. Please do like, subscribe and do what all you can do so that we can reach out to as many people as we can, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works.
Please watch this video till end so that you get maximum out of this video.
So let's get started. Now, one thing we need to remember always in a system design questions round is that communication is the key to clear this round. It's not your knowledge which matters, it's more of how easily you can communicate with your interviewer and how easily you can gather the requirement and design something that he wants you to design. So there's a very high probability that you already know how to design a parking lot system. You already know how to design a Facebook or Instagram in a simpler high level design view. But you should never show that to your interviewer. You should never start designing a very complicated system without even taking small steps and creating first a high level design and then into a low level design. So the first thing that you should do, ask question to them first, gather their requirement, understand and explain your approach while designing the system. Make very sure that you make yourself comfortable first with the question, with the requirement, and you also make the person equally comfortable with your approach. So there is nothing wrong or right in this type of questions. What you design will never be a wrong pattern. It will be either efficient or not efficient, scalable or not scalable. So your approach matters, and hence it is your responsibility that interviewer understands your approach and your thought process. So parking lot system is nothing but a very commonly asked interview question for software engineering position in many companies like Google, Apple, Amazon and many more. So it's one of the very favorite question of these people, and they just want to know how good you can build a particular system. So let's quickly see how we can actually design a high level design of parking lots. So what is the problem statement here first? The problem statement is you have to design a parking lot. So what is a parking lot? Parking lot is an open area designated for parking your cars and vehicles. Now what you have to do is we will have to design a parking lot where certain number of cars or vehicles can be parked for a certain amount of time. Now parking lot can have multiple slots. All slots can have some type of vehicles be parked. So this is our problem statement. This is the requirement you have to gather from your interviewer. He'll give you some points, rest you have to gather from them. Now this is the parking lot. This is the visual design that we are going to look upon while designing our system. So while designing any kind of system oriented, object oriented system design, what you should do, the approach will be whatever you see becomes a class or enum. So what is the first thing that you see here? You will be helping me out in designing this particular system. So if you enter from here with your car and you expect to design this particular system or manage this particular system as an admin, what do you think you see the first? What I see is the parking lot first. So one of the class that I'll be having here is parking lot. This is the parent class. This is the main class where all my functionality will be happening around. So this is what I have to design, a parking lot. Then what do you see? These parking lots have small spots created where you can go ahead and park your either compact cars or large cars or your bikes even. So what next I see is parking spot. So parking spot will also become a class for me. So this is the beauty of object oriented design. Everything you see in the real world becomes a class or enum depend upon your requirement. So I'll tell you when to create an enum, when to create a class in few seconds. What next can you see? You can see cars parked here. So what are these? These are nothing but vehicles. So the next thing that I'll be creating is vehicles. Now to make it simplified, only these three things are I'm considering. This can be even actually enhanced in more ways by using multi-story parking lots and many more things. So these are the three things I have understood, that a simple parking lot will consist of these three things. A whole parking lot consisting of small slots where you can park your cars and where basically you need to park, and the third thing what you need to park. So that's vehicle. So these are the three things I can see. So these are my classes right now.
Hey guys, we have some exciting news for you today. Relevel is no more limited to just 3 roles, that is backend, frontend and business development. They have launched 2 new tests. that is business analyst and data analyst roles. They have some amazing companies on board with package as high as up to 22 LPA. Sign up on the platform today to check out all these companies like Cred, Upgrade, Razorpay and many more. You can even try out some free sample papers to access your skills for the test. You just need 150 marks for the first phase to qualify for the second one, and for the second phase you just need 700 plus score to land up with the interviews and job opportunities. Relevel tests are the best part is they are completely free of cost, no hidden charges, no monetary terms and conditions. Once you qualify, you have access to 1000 plus jobs across top companies. They guarantee package as high as 22 LPA and minimum of 4 LPA for non-technical roles, 6 LPA for technical roles. There is no age or experience limitation for this eligibility. If you are 18 plus, you are able to attempt all the tests. Apart from this, one more amazing news we have. Relevel is hosting their first ever Achievers Summit this Thursday at 7 PM. This is going to be an amazing event. They have Sunil Chetri coming to celebrate this event for all candidates who have been offered a job through Relevel. This event is going to be hosted by Varun Thakur. It's going to be a fun, motivating and full of enthusiastic event. Please check out the description below to find the links for the same and make sure you don't miss out on these things. Thank you.
So what does object have? Object have attributes or properties, and they have methods to modify these properties, right? A simple object oriented concept. So what do you think my parking lot is actually having? So it's something like having multiple parking spots. So there must be in this particular thing, there must be a list of parking spots. Then what next will I be having? I'll be having some compact spots, some large spots and some spots for bikes. So there are 3 types of spots basically I can see. If these are the 3 spots you can see, now in this particular parking lot, you should also have a situation like if all the parking slots are full, you should not allow more of the cars to be actually parked in your parking lot. So you should have maximum number of spots available. So I'll be having free kind of compact slot, similarly large spot and bike spot. If these are the maximum number of spots available, you should not allow any more of these cars to be parked in any of these slots. So you should create your parking lot in such a way that if it is full, you should show some message. Now, what is the functionality of parking lot? The main functionality or method of parking lot should be to allow you to park your vehicle, and second, to remove your vehicle or unpark your vehicle. Now, what will be the vehicle types? So, I am just considering truck, car and bike. And how will we do that? Using enums. So, let's go ahead. If this much is clear, let's go ahead and see how we can design it. Okay, so now we have the system requirement. The parking lot should have multiple slots. So yes, we do have multiple slots here. We have a list of parking spots where customers can park their vehicles. The system should not allow more vehicles than maximum capacity, and if parking is full, a system should show the message. So what we have done for this, we have created the number of slots, int type of variable we are going to create, which is going to store the number of slots available. If it is the maximum of them, we are going to show a message. Simple. Then it should have multiple parking spots, and they should support multiple type of spots like compact, large and motorcycle. So we do have parking spots of the 3 types. Now we can create a class for parking spots and we can create classes of this, but we know that only 3 types of slots we need to handle. So when you already know what kind of number of objects you're going to have, always create enum for that. So I do have number of vehicles decided for me. So I'm going to create the enum for vehicles, that is car, truck and bike, and see the types of classes we are going to create. The 3 types of classes we are going to create is parking lot, a central part of organization, parking spot and vehicle. So let's go ahead and create it. I'm going to create a Java project named as parking lot. In the parking lot, what I need to create is a class. What is decided? Parking lot was decided. Parking lot is the class which we are going to create. What next? Parking spot. And what next? Vehicle. Simple. 3 classes is what we need right now. So we need to first have the parking spot created so that the child can be created for this. We have 3 types of parking spots: compact, large and bike. So we're going to create an enum because the things which we know that they are finite in number. The objects are going to be finite. Always create an enum for that. So what is the enum? Parking spot type. Now my parking spot type has three things: compact, large, and motorbike. Okay, so these are the three types of parking spots I'm going to have. Now this class is the parking spot is going to have stored the type of parking spot it is. What next is going to have? It is going to have, the spot is going to have vehicle. So we have seen in this slide, the spot is going to have vehicle. So we are going to create a vehicle and a variable called as free. So we need to know whether this particular parking spot is free or not. So a boolean variable for this. With this much in place, let's quickly create getters and setters. And one more very important thing we are going to have, that is its constructor which says what type of spot it is. So I'm going to have my constructor which says this dot type is parking spot type. Okay, now how many types of parking slots we need? We need three types of list of parking spots. What are these? Compact, large, and bike. So let's quickly create them. Compact spot should extend my parking spot. The constructor created. So add the constructor and say the type of parking spot it is. Simple. Similarly, we're going to have a large spot and bike spot. Okay, so we have the large spot, bike spot, and compact spot with us now. Now we can happily go in the lot and create our lists of spots. So in this we can see there are few slots which are small, which are for compact ones, which are large, which is for large spot, and for the bike one. So we're quickly going to go and create the list of them. So as decided, we have three lists in our parking lot. These are the three lists of spots we are going to have. So while designing this particular parking lot, I'm expecting the client to tell me how many small spots they have, how many medium and how many large stops they have, so that I can regularize the parking and unparking of these cars. So I should have int type of free compact spot, free large spot, and free bike spot. Now with these three in place, I should have a constructor to take this particular thing from the client or the main class. So while creating a parking lot class, I'm expecting you to give me all these three kinds of spots to me. Okay, so we have the constructor ready. Now we just need two methods: park vehicle, unpark vehicle. Okay, but where are the type of vehicles we have? So we have three types of vehicles. So what are the three types of vehicles we are going to have? Car, truck, and bike. So only three types, so we can create enum because only three types are there. Okay, so our vehicle type is also ready. Now what are going to be the properties of my vehicle? Now every vehicle is going to have some number. So vehicle number. Then what else? Type, what type of vehicle it is. So, and a parking spot where this vehicle is going to be assigned to. So in this, a vehicle is going to be assigned to a parking spot. So this is one-to-one mapping. So we can also make this particular thing completely designed into Hibernate with one-to-one mapping between a parking spot and vehicle. So even vehicle is going to have a parking spot. Now let's quickly create getters and setters. We need a constructor. While creating any kind of vehicle, we need to tell it whether that particular type is car, truck, or motorbike. So we need a constructor for that. So we have the constructor ready with us. Now we have the vehicle class ready, we have the parking spot class ready, and we have the parking lot to be created. Now we also need one main client. So this is a main client class. So this is just going to have a main method to test our functionality. So I'm going to leave it right now. Now a main logic starts in the parking lot. Now what we need to do is we need to park our vehicle. So let's quickly create a method park vehicle. We are going to pass our vehicle to be parked. Now there can be three types of vehicles. On the basis of these type of vehicles, we are going to assign them the which particular list they are going to be assigned and which particular spot we need to reduce. So whenever you park a vehicle, you reduce the free slot, and whenever you unpark a vehicle, you increase that particular parking spot with 1. So it's increment and decrement is what we need to do. Simultaneously, we also need to maintain a list of vehicles which are being parked in a parking lot as an admin. So whenever we park a vehicle, we always have to add it to the required corresponding list, and whenever you unpark it, you need to remove it from the list. So let's quickly park a vehicle. So let's print first. We are about to park your vehicle. So there can be 3 types of vehicles. It can be truck, or it can be car, or it can be bike. Now if it is a truck, you need to see if the truck space is empty. So for the truck space, you need the large spot. You cannot park your truck in a compact or a bike spot. You need a large spot. So check if the free large spot is greater than 0 or not. If it is greater than 0, park your large vehicle. A method what we are going to create soon. If it is not present, what if all sizes are full? What if I have given you 2 sizes and I am trying to add 3 trucks? So you should show some message. That is the requirement. So in else, what we are going to do? We are going to print. Sorry, all large spots are full. Let's remove extra brackets. Okay. Now the same will be the case with your car, but now you can park your car either in compact space or in large space. So you are going to check if your compact space is empty. So the first preference will be given to free compact spots. If free compact spots is empty, park your compact vehicle. If that is not empty, you have to check if any large spot is there. If large spot is there, at least I'll be able to park my car. So now I'm going to check if any of the large, if the compact is not available, is there any large space available? If it is available, please park in the large space. If that is also not available, then print sorry, neither the large space or the compact space are available. Now with the bike, you need to have 3 conditions, because you need to first check any free bike spot available. If it is there, park your bike. If it is not there, check for compact spot, because your bike can be parked in all the 3 kinds of spots: large spot, compact spot, or bike spot. If all those things are not present, sorry, no space available. So this is the logic we are going to use to park our vehicle. So let's quickly create these methods, parking our vehicles logic. So this is the main logic here. Now while parking a large vehicle, we need to create a spot first. So create a large spot first. And what will be its type? Parking spot type dot large. So is it free? So now it's no more free. And we have a vehicle, we are going to set that vehicle into it. And what was the type? Type was large. So let's see all the 3 things are there in our object or not. So we have created a large spot. Now this large spot is going to have is free as false, because now it's no more free. We are going to assign or park a vehicle. Next, we are going to have large spot dot type. We have already given in the constructor, so we are going to set the vehicle as vehicle. So our spot is ready. Also it has 1-to-1 mapping. So even our vehicle should have the parking spot there. So we have the large spot created for the parking lot. Void is the return type. So this is 1-to-1 mapping done between vehicle and spot. Now what we need to do, main thing is to decrement our large spot and to add it to large spot list, our large spot. So this is good. Our large spot is added to our list. and our free large spot is going to get decremented. Now you have once you have parked your large vehicle, you have your parked vehicle in this list and you have your free spots of large spot type reduced by one part. So if everything is done, we are going to print we have successfully parked your vehicle. With this in place, similar type of method is going to be created, same type of method for compact and bike. We have also reduced the compact size. And also we have done these two remaining methods the same way we have done for the large one with the same logic. Now the logic for unparking our vehicle. So while unparking, what we need to do? The same thing we have done for parking, we need to do it reverse. Remove it from the list and increment the particular spot. But we have to check which type of vehicle it is. Now let's create a method for unparking the vehicle. Again, we need to check what is the type of vehicle it is, and before that we are going to print our message. We are about to unpark or remove your vehicle. So what we need to do here is take a vehicle and get the parking lot. So every vehicle has a parking spot where it was allocated, so we need to empty that parking spot. So how would we do that? Vehicle dot get parking spot. So once we get the parking spot, once you get the parking spot, with that particular parking spot is going to be free. So parking spot dot set free as true. So it's free now. Now if the vehicle's type is truck, what we need to do? Two things we need to do. If it is truck, remove from the list and increment the particular spot number. So large spot list dot remove our vehicle. This particular remove method is a boolean type, so I can use it in if condition. If I'm successfully able to remove your vehicle, then I'm going to print we have successfully removed your vehicle, else I'm going to print you don't have your vehicle parked at this particular spot in this particular parking lot. Okay, great. Now this was with truck, bike and car. If your vehicle type is car, then remove it from compact spot list. One more thing we need to do, increment the spots. So when you have successfully removed it, you need to increment your large spot. Similarly, once you have removed it successfully, then increment free compact spot. If you haven't done it successfully, then don't increment your spots. If this much is done, we have our unpark and park methods in place. So we have designed a very high level overview of parking system. So let's test this, how much we have done. Now we are going to create a parking lot. Now this is the important part. Okay, you should know what you have created. So we have created a parking lot, but we needed something from the client. What we needed? Three things. The compact spots for free compact spots, free large spots and free bike spots. Like with how many spots you want to create your parking lot with. So initially I'm just creating with 2. In this we are just going to have 2 large slots, 2 medium spots and 2 compact spots. That's it. Only the capacity of 6 just for the testing purpose. Now I'm going to create my vehicles. Type dot truck. I want to park it. So parking lot dot park my truck. Let's see if this works. Console says we are about to park your vehicle truck and we have successfully parked your truck vehicle. So what are these? Where are these written? So when I'm going to park, we are about to park your type. And what was my vehicle type? That was truck. And the type was truck. So let me actually debug this for you. Vehicle type is truck. Is my vehicle type truck? Yes. So how many free spots? We used to have 2 free spots for large spot. So it's going to successfully park my large vehicle. So my code will come here. I've created a large spot here. Now it is set as free as false. I have my vehicle set. The vehicle type was truck and the parking spot was large spot. So my vehicle is set for the large spot. Now my large spot list is size of 1 because we have parked 1 and now it says we have successfully parked. So initially my free spot size was 2. It should be reduced to 1. So yes, it is reduced to 1. So we have successfully parked our first vehicle. Now let's see, are we able to remove it? So after parking it, we should also want to remove or unpark my truck. So let's see if this works. Okay, so I can see my result as we are about to park your vehicle truck, we have successfully parked your vehicle truck. We are about to unpark your vehicle type truck and we have successfully removed your vehicle truck. So let's see how does this work. So let me debug this for you again. So we are going to park it first. So you know it's going to go into this truck and then into the method where we're going to create the large and we are going to reduce the free spot to 1. So this was done. Now let's quickly go ahead to unpark my vehicle. So which vehicle am I going to unpark? So this is the truck where we are going to unpark. So this is going to print we are going to unpark your vehicle. So now we have found the parking spot we have with the vehicle we need with the type large. Now this is the truck and we are going to remove it. So the remove method returns you boolean. So this list is going to have one size and this is the parking spot we are going to reduce. So this is how we have removed the parking spot from our large spot list and we have successfully removed our vehicle. With this we have also incremented our free spot which was 1 to 2. So can we see? Yes, it is incremented to 2. So this is how beautifully we can actually design our parking lot system with these small number of classes itself. So this is a very high level design. It can be incremented or increased to n number of more features like multi-feature parking lot. So I have already told you when to use. So this is the functionality that you should always use into the making your high level design to a low level design or to increasing more features to have the multi-story parking lot with multiple stories or multiple floors. So what you need to do here is again create a parking lot with the number of list of the floors, and floors are going to have multiple parking spots. So just a list of floors or levels are going to be added and the class for the level is going to be added which is going to have multiple parking spots, not just one single floor, multiple floors you can add. So this is the enhancement you can always do and you can always go on from low level design to a high level design. So that was all about this particular parking lot design system. The code for this is going to be added to Git or GitHub repository. If you want me to do that, just let me know in the comment section. We also have more such kind of questions like Facebook designing or object oriented system design for Instagram and many more. If you want us to do that, just let us know in the comment section. We'll create more such videos for you. Thank you.